What is going on, everyone? Welcome, Shelby. It's time for another episode of
More You Know
Mondays. We're getting a little better at that.
A little bit.
Oh man, now I can't find my music intro. Son of a. Hello from New Mexico, Las Cruces, buddy. Welcome in.
Is he here? I'm on full screen, so I can't see the chat.
Yeah,
right
Las
there
Cruces,
we go.
Man.
Hey, Las Cruces.
Always the first one, even when I do this. I didn't set up until about 5 minutes before I went live here. We appreciate you, buddy.
Yeah, you need to get the new. You've ever since we've been doing the show. You've been running the old intro video, which I always find funny. But
I don't even know we had a new one.
Yeah, I did it way back, because if you notice, that one actually still says what you know Mondays instead of more you know Mondays.
Oh, does it? I didn't pay
yeah. There's
well,
one going back and forth on some names, but I find it funny. Oh man, whew! It is Monday, dude. How are you doing? How was your weekend?
Oh, it was a good weekend, man. Yeah, didn't get to see the Eternals yet, so no spoilers, anyone. So
I know, me either. I had tickets for Thursday night.
That's right.
And you know, you and I were on Thunder Show Thursday night, and I was so wrapped up with like my job interview that day, and then Thunder contacting me, so I didn't even have a chance to go yet. So I don't know. I've heard some whining about it. I don't think it's going to be as bad as what people's whining about. You know, I think some people have said that, you know, some of the characters didn't come in till late and things like that. But when you're dealing with a pretty large ensemble cast, so.
Yeah, I mean, it's going into it, I'm kind of expecting, and it's not as action-packed as some of the other ones is going to be. They're laying the groundwork and the history for all the Marvel Universe and everything, I guess, in there. So I'm not expecting this full-blown action, Infinity War kind of movie. So we'll see. You know, like I said, you know, it's one of the first Marvel certified rotten movies. But look how many other movies that have gotten like certified fresh, 91%, and I hated. So, you know.
I haven't even looked at any of the reviews. I did watch one person's review, Dan Merrill, that I always watch. I like his reviews. And he didn't give it a bad score. He just said it was slow building up, you know, but you and I talked about the Kirby Eternals books, you know, and heck, it was like issue 6 before so-and-so showed up, and issue 10 before someone else showed up.
Issue 10, 11, you have more players still coming in. So yeah, I mean, it's like I said, it's a whole huge mythos that you're dealing with here. So
it is. So anyway. I think it's gonna be good.
Yeah, what'd you do this weekend?
I did almost nothing. Saturday, I actually took a long nap. Sunday,
Las Cruces. I didn't watch any reviews, but I did watch a review.
I did watch one. Yeah, I didn't watch any except for one. Yeah, it's kind of like a friend used to always say, you know, like someone would see something, they're like, well, that never happens. And then he'd go, except for this time. Right? So
you took a big cat nap, right, with the cats.
Took a big cat nap, and then, oh man, that Saints game was tough. That was a tough game. I thought we had it won. Last 30 seconds, Ryan threw a 60-yarder down the field to set them up on the 11-yard line, and they beat us with 2 points.
A big one, Las Cruces.
Las Cruces.
Yeah, I didn't get to see that game.
I did watch a little of the Texans, you know, not Texans, but Tennessee. Tennessee's been doing really well the past. This is like their
Well, they're 72, so
yeah. So they've been doing really great. I know you're right there with them, you know,
yes,
and
indeed. Well, before we get into it, so obviously we're going to be talking about recalled comics, and error comics, but we got something special, something cool that Shelby got in the mail that we want to do an unboxing for. So let's take a look at that first because I'm excited for this. I told him he's got to do it on the air because I want to see it too. Tim,
all
what's
right.
going on, man? Welcome, man. Appreciate you.
Hey Tim, how you doing, my friend? All right, so you can probably actually shed a little more light on this. Let keep both of us on. Keep both of us on.
But I like seeing you big.
Oh.
That was good.
I think you could probably actually tell a little bit more about this. So, as people know, hold on, I'm gonna go ahead and start us. I'm gonna record this. I'm gonna add it over to my channel. So, hold on, everyone.
It's like an Inception thing going on here.
It is. All right, so we got a surprise here. Jeff and I together on More You Know Mondays, and I saved this last box to open with us. And Jeff could probably talk a little bit more about this than I can. So we both sell on Whatnot, as a lot of people know. They did an exclusive, so help me out with anything I say wrong. An exclusive for this is the Invincible 1, I believe.
Yep.
I saw some preview pictures and they listed the first 100 sellers, I think, on the back.
Yep.
And anything more about this? I know it's already going for some big money.
Yeah, that's one thing that I give Whatnot a lot of credit for. They did a really good job building this one up. They could have launched it everywhere and gave it away and would have been kind of like a cheap thing they did. But they wanted to make it like kind of cool. So they basically dripped it out very slowly and only through a couple of places that went out there. There's 3 versions of it. Obviously, there's a trade, then I think a virgin, and then they've got the foil. So I think the foil was limited to 100 copies or 150 copies. I forgot which, something like that. I don't know if we got the foil one or not, but the trade and the virgin we got.
Yes.
And those are limits like 1,000 and 3,000, I think.
Okay.
So yeah, that was the special kind of. This is the first ever Whatnot exclusive. As a thank you for all the first 100 sellers that came on, they put all of our names on the back of it right there. So we actually are on the back of this comic. So they just released it to us. It's been out for a couple months right now. And that was kind of their way to kind of build this whole thing up, saying we're going to drip it out. And then after a few months, we'll let everyone kind of go for it.
All right. So I just opened it. I hadn't opened it yet. I got it very well taped up on the inside. So
I'm excited.
Slice through all that.
SCG, what is up? Southern Jason, how's it going, man? Appreciate it coming by, hanging out with us.
So it is just 2 books.
All right. We got the big reveal.
Boom, boom, boom.
Boom! One of the
hottest
so
the Invincible, right, and looks like
that's the Virgin.
So yeah.
Absolutely. Tyler Kirkham absolutely killed this cover. And then the foil one, all that blood spatter is in foil for the foil one. Absolutely insane. But yeah, he killed it. I mean, this is way better than the other ones.
Yeah. So I'm not sure how to get the full one or anything. I know those will probably be going for crazy because I know some of these I've seen
lowest
listed.
Foil I've seen go is $800. The lowest foil price I've seen is $800. They usually go for over 1,000.
So,
it's gonna be hard to see that.
A little bit hard to see that, but here's the list of, and it's very blurry. See if I can.
Hey, Southern, are you on there too? Were you at the top 100? I forgot. You can't see it.
No, I'm just looking like an idiot.
Yeah, pretty much.
Holding a book. Oh, it almost did it. There it goes.
Oh, there you go. There it is.
Okay, so Jeff is right there in the very center. I believe that's Jeff, isn't it?
Yep, I'm right in the middle.
I am over here on the side somewhere. Oh, no, there I am. Right there. Yeah. There I am. Shelby's Comics.
Yep.
quite a few other people. I know that Gorilla is on here. So
We have a lot of regulars in the community. MF Stuntman's on there. Pass Point's on there.
I believe Yahweh is on here. Yeah, Yahweh is on here. And some people that may not even be selling anymore, because I just took only the top 100 or the first 100 sellers. And so very cool. I'm keeping these in my PC for sure. And these are in great condition. I mean, I was holding that up and stuff, but there's no dents, ticks, or anything. So may even send it in to get graded just to hermetically seal and protect. But yeah, so
protect the Shelby name on the back.
Yep. So thank you, Whatnot. I know that Jeff and I really enjoy the platform. I've been very successful, and hopefully we will. And Chance, we did a little interview with Chance, and
that's right on your show, yeah.
And wasn't his name Jeff? Jack. So we appreciate all of them, and with that, yeah. So
yeah, I didn't get mine yet. I know J1 Bob got his, so he sent me a message about it. So everyone's getting theirs but me. So I'm hoping soon.
All right, so I'm cut the video off. So thank you, Whatnot. All right, that's just me cutting my video off, and let me get full screen there. All right, there we go.
Perfect. So then you got to get back on track right here.
That is cool. That is a cool cover.
It is a really cool cover. Tyler Kirkham did an awesome job at that.
Yeah, I don't know how you get the full ones or anything.
Yeah, I know they weren't giving those out, so they've been going between $800 and $1,200 right now. Hey, show Thunder. Thunder just got here.
Hey, Thunder
God. Check out what Shelby got, man. You got one of the hottest books out here right now for free, with his name on the back of it.
And Jeff's name on the back. So
yeah.
So from the app that shall not be named.
Hey, we can name it on this platform.
Oh, that's right. We can say it.
This is the Whatnot platform right here. All right. So we're gonna get back on track. We know we gotta get things going here. Ducks for life. Woo. All right.
Yeah. And then I got this in today too. I picked this up.
Look. How do you go from Invincible to Lois Lane? What is that?
This is the second Silver Age Catwoman appearance.
Okay.
Yeah.
Is she blindfolded? What is that?
Lois Lane is blindfolded. I'm wearing a blindfold just as you instructed, Mr. Blackmailer. And here's my life savings. Now promise you'll never tell Superman my awful secret. I'm tricked Lois into thinking I'm her blackmailer. How to find out what her awful secret is.
I actually thought you were totally making that up until I started looking at it, and that's what it says.
That's what it says. Yeah.
Oh my God.
Yeah.
I thought you were making that up. I'm like, oh, that's pretty bad.
You can't make that shit up. But I have the first Silver Age Catwoman appearance, and I'm dropping a few names, I guess. If y'all don't ever watch it, the show Casually Comics, really great show, and she was showing the Catwoman appearance. And it's like, I've never picked up the second, the continuation of that story. So Superman gets turned into a kitty cat. And
that's why you got it. Okay,
and then to communicate, he had to type out instructions with his paws on a computer, on a typewriter to Lois. It's like meow 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 meow.
Oh my God, Todd, what did you walk into here, man? Look what you got. What's up, guys? How's it going, buddy? What the hell did I miss? What got recalled? Thunder. What got Nothing special got recalled, but we were
Sasha,
gonna do.
thank
I was
you.
gonna do a
Thank you,
special on
Lucresis.
the history of
Yes.
Wildstorm Comics. We were gonna have someone come in to talk about it who's worked there for decades. That didn't happen, obviously, again. So I said, you know what? I'll give him one more chance. I won't run it this time. So I put something together, and we're going to talk about some recalled and error comics that are out there. A lot of them that are out there, a lot of people don't know about. I actually had a couple that came through that I didn't even check, that I even forgot that they were error comics. So I just want to kind of go through some of those, why there's some of them that are out there, and just kind of have some fun talking about some error and recalled comics here.
Yeah.
So,
Sasha's a hottie, Lucresis.
so
She's married though with kids.
Oh, geez. All right, let's get back into it here. So I've kind of labeled it down to a couple different types of recalls and errors. So there's going to be the misprint ones. So that could be a printing or production issue or problem. So that could be colors. Like you see with the Fantastic Four down right here. It could be they put the wrong number on there by mistake. It's a double cover. Anything of those lines where it comes from a printing production kind of problem. And then the other one, we're going to say artistic liberties were taken. And a writer or artist did actually something that later they decided that was a bad idea to do. Obviously, we got a couple of examples right here. We're just going to kind of dive into it. I can't even see the chat anymore. What's going on? Okay, never mind. There we go. Oops. Wrong one. So, talking about misprints in color first, you got to think about how many comics have been printed through the years, how many per year. I mean, all this stuff's going on. Anytime you're printing with just 4 colors, how many things can possibly go wrong? And really, there's not that many of them. So I got to give them a lot of credit. We hear about a lot of these things. They're like, oh, I can't believe they screwed that up again. But man, the error percentage has got to be insanely low as far as what actually gets through or not. So obviously, we got some ones we kind of know about with the blue Galactus or the blue lizard on there. And I know, Shelby, you've worked in printing for a long time. Do you want to talk about the 4-color system there?
Yeah, well, it's pretty simple. Is the 4-color process is made up of, as it says, 4 colors. So you have black, cyan, magenta, and CMYK. So cyan, yellow, magenta, and black. Okay. And then each of those 4 colors makes around 15,000 or so colors. Different size of dots, like the dots that are shown in the background there on his slide, will change. So if you notice on the right hand of the slide, it's more yellow. On the left hand of the slide, it's darker, and that's because of the dots.
Yep.
And so,
Southern, I thought you were on there, Southern. So that's why I asked. So that's awesome. You got that, brother. That is very cool. I said I still haven't gotten mine yet, but that's a nice surprise because those books go for a lot of money right now. Somebody blocks Southern's calling evil out. It is not a blockable offense here on Hard to Come By. More Mondays. It's encouraged. It is whatnot.
Yeah. So so sometimes they'll put the Fantastic Four one you showed. They actually put the wrong color ink into one of the slots. Sometimes it's color runs out, and such as the Fantastic Four you're showing there, the magenta ran out and they didn't refill it. But yeah, here, like the green, they accidentally put in because that should be yellow and magenta, and somehow they put in blue instead. That's why their faces are blue.
All the stuff you learned as a kid. Yellow and blue make green.
Yeah, so they probably should have put in red or magenta in that case, and they actually put blue into that screen. So, but yeah, it's four different plates or screens that make up those, and then the black is the outline across everything.
Yeah, and I was going to make a complete. It's not obviously not a complete list because I don't think we all know about it. I couldn't find a real good central located place that has all of them listed. CGC, CBCS only recognizes a few of them. Yeah, Jeff got my Alex Ross Timeless books today and the gummies. Yeah, the first to go. Awesome, Todd. Thank you again so much, man. I know you love the Alex Ross right there, like I do. Yeah, so they don't
Yeah.
recognize a lot of them.
No, one that I showed on my show, one of my mail calls about 2 months ago, the Dazzler #1,
Yep.
where there's two black and white pages in the center.
Yep.
I don't think that is recognized, as far as I know. So it usually deals with the cover, more than interior
So you
issues.
take a look at like the Spawn right in the middle there. That's the no black error edition. So
Yep.
you're here a couple of them. So there's two of them that I kind of know for the Spawn one. One is the no black one, which is the all. You see the numbers missing. All everything's black in there is missing. And then the other one is the one that Todd did the interview with Comic Tom on the inside cover, where the Spawn logo is all blotchy on like 40% of them.
Yeah, they didn't clean the plate, and it was just throwing black ink onto it.
Yep.
So they had to go in and actually clean the plate. There's also what was I gonna say?
So like this one on the far right, you see with the Godzilla right there and Howard the Duck with the magenta, beach, and then the yellow beach. That's from my if I remember number 15, and I totally forgot about that because I had it on my show yesterday and I forgot to check if it was an error one or not. So that's what kind of made me think of this. Like, wow, I totally forgot about that. I think we should be doing a little bit more, on these kind of subjects here. And I was going to put together a big list because I put together about 60 comics that I kind of know of that have some well known errors in there. And then I
Yeah,
had someone reach out to me about a month ago and said, "Hey, I've got a comic, and it looks kind of like a printer error. I'm not sure." And I couldn't find any other history about it, but it looked like it was either got really faded by the sun or something like that, or there was an actual color missing. And I don't know if there's a real good way to tell, is that a printer error or is that
sun damaged.
some damage kind of thing?
Yeah, probably the biggest error that I would love to get is Lethal Protector #1,
Oh, hold
where
on. Hold your horses, buddy.
oh, I'm sorry.
It's coming. So, well, with some of those colors, I didn't finish the slide. Oh man, some of them, obviously, we're talking about just colors. It's a purple or it's a blue, and it should be a white. What's up, ME Comics? Welcome in. Appreciate you coming by, hanging out with us tonight. But this one, the Batman and Robin, this one is obviously known for a lot of the language. Frank Miller kind of went crazy with all the language he did in there, and of course they blacked them all out. They censored, censor, black strip. But in some of the copies, the black wasn't done, wasn't heavy enough black. So you can see through exactly what's being said. So something like that one is like, oh, whoops. We got to recall those. And some of those go for a lot more money. We'll talk about that in a little bit here. But then you've got the misprints, and we'll get into yours a little bit. And this didn't start recently. Obviously, these go all the way back to the Golden Age and Silver Age, where you have issues. You see Superman 74. You see both of them. One's actually 75, one's 74, but it got actually misprinted as both being 74 on there. Recently, you had Eat the Rich. So Eat the Rich pink copy right there. It says Eat the Rich #1. It's actually #2. So that's another misprint that's kind of been out there recently that people are kind of seeing on there. And then there's the embossed ones we're talking about. So which one were you talking about? Both these?
Actually, there's one that so the background of the Venom is kind of reddish, and it's actually made up of the yellow and red, and on one of them they didn't lay down the red to where it's a gold cover.
Oh, for the gold cover one.
Yeah, and that's actually a misprint. I think some people think that it's a special edition, but it's actually a misprint.
Yeah, I
So
actually think the one on the left with the white background with the misprint one, it actually looks kind of cool.
it does. It does.
So yeah, anytime you're talking about foil and emboss, you're talking about more steps, more possibilities that there's going to be a chance for getting an error. You look at the Wolverine one over to the left right there. Those are some of the different covers. They had the silver foil one, they had the gold foil one, and they were like, oh, cool, it's got that white one too. That's actually not supposed to be white. It was a printer error and it didn't get overlaid with that gold foil on there.
Hmm. And and this happens in toys and stuff too. I was just watching a YouTube episode where they were showing the different versions of Battle Cat from He-Man.
The original series?
Yeah. And apparently like the Battle Cats that were created in Indonesia had a darker green plastic and a different striping than the ones made somewhere else, like Taiwan or something like that. Had a lighter green and a different striping. And also, and I didn't know this, you can always tell a early version of the Battle Cat because there's white dots in the eyes. And to speed up production, they actually stopped doing the white dots in the eyes in later productions.
Well, there you go. You thought you
Yeah.
were going to learn about comics. Hey, you learned about toys.
And toys.
You
I love my toys.
get the whole gambit here. And then you have the ones that are on purpose. Obviously, we know about some again the recent ones with the anti-Semitic kind of language and things that have slipped through there, which were accidents, were they or not? And then you have ones like I didn't actually even know about the Electra one, honestly.
I haven't ever heard of this one.
Whoops. No, it's best. The Electra one right there, Electra 3 from Marvel Knights. You can see that's the one that it was originally printed as, where she's naked on there and clearly naked. They don't show anything, but she's naked. They decided that was too risque and they recalled it. And then they put out the new one. And the new one, they drew just black stripes on there to represent a bra and underwear. So the regular ones, it looks like she's wearing underwear. So if you see this issue and you look at it, and if she's butt naked, you got the rare version right there. You got the recalled, unrecalled version.
There you
And
go.
then you know about the Batman Damned one, right?
I do not know about that one either.
The Batman Damned. Let's see if anyone in the chat can do the nickname of the Batman Damned. Give you 30 seconds to shout that one out right there.
Yeah, we're gonna get
Voodoo censorship.
We're not monetized. We're not monetized.
Here it is, ME Comics. It is the Batwang. That is correct. Gorilla Todd, what is up, Gorilla?
Hey, Gorilla Todd.
The Bruce Wang. Yeah, that was another recalled one under the black label. They thought they can get away with a little bit more. So he's walking around the Batcave naked as he often does, and you see the shadow of the Batwang hanging there.
Wow.
So they eventually recalled that one. And so if you happen to see that one, the oversized edition right there, you kind of know what to look for, which sounds weird, but. And then, of course, some of the other ones, for some reason, that is a common theme, is having the wangs exposed. So you get Spider-Man Reign does the same thing. So Spider-Man Wang, you get the older Peter Parker right there. It's a serious moment. He's crying about Mary Jane, I think it was. And he's sitting there all hanging out. So they recalled that one as well. And then one of the more famous ones, one of the ones that go for a little bit more money, is the Elseworlds one. So the Elseworlds 80-page one, talking about, it was supposed to be a kid-friendly magazine, kid-friendly book. And then one of the stories is the babysitter of Superman, trying to deal with all those problems. And somehow she puts him in the microwave and starts the microwave. So that is Superman in the microwave. And then another scene, baby Superman is picking up a cow and drinking from the udders of the cow, which was another no-no. So that is another rare one that again, probably not a ton of people know about, that you can probably find maybe in some dollar back issue somewhere, is something to keep in mind of. Not a problem, Watchmen. That is correct. Watchmen, Alan Moore, definitely encouraged there. He was walking around naked most of the time. Dr. Manhattan there. And then I think there was one more here. Yeah, these are some of the ones. I did not know about the Al Milgrom, the Universe X Spidey. Shelby, I know you might have known about this one.
Mm-mm.
Milgram is a savage. So this just, he put this in here, and you can barely see this. I'm trying to see if you can see my cursor. This bookshelf here was tilted on its side in the way back. You can barely read this, right? I don't know who figured this out, but someone figured this out. And if you zoom in really close, like they did on this bookcase, Al Milgrom put this written in the bookcase because Bob Harris just got fired, and he put in there, "Bob Harris, haha, he's gone. Good riddance to bad rubbish. He was a nasty sob." He wrote that in the books in the background of the comic of Spidey X.
Yeah,
So,
there's a couple of, I'm trying to remember. I know that there's a couple other Spideys where like they had hidden messages on the front splash page. But anyway, yeah, my memory's not going to serve me tonight.
yeah, and then same with this Wolverine 131. So Wolverine 131, they claim it was a mistake because back then he was faxing things, and it faxed to a couple people, but the fax didn't like print everything correctly, and it got crumpled a little bit. So when the guy got it and wrote it out and typed it out, he's got the kike in there, known as Sabretooth, and that's not what it was supposed to read in there. So that was another recalled one that was said it was a total mistake. Didn't mean to put it on there. Kind of like we heard from some of the other ones, like Bennett and everything had some of those. Oh, I didn't mean to do that. It's just an honest mistake. Is it a mistake? I don't know. But I know they are out there, especially something like the Wolverine 131. I've seen that quite a few times, for very cheap. I've never really thought to look inside of it. Joker, how's it going, man? Welcome in. Appreciate you coming by, hanging out with here. Thanks for showing up the other day as well. Let's see. We're just going through some recalled comics right now we're talking about. I was going to put together a list. If you guys want to see a big list of all this stuff, I've got a list I can throw up. I can put it up on on my Instagram, or I'll put up in the comments down below once we're done over here, of a whole list of books to kind of be on the lookout for that could potentially be some some pretty cool issues to have in there. There's obviously a group of people that just look for these. Obviously, we always talk about people that collect these different niches, whether they're marked jewelers or or other inserts or anything else. There are people that just look for these error and misprints.
Yeah, definitely. And that's in a lot of different collectible areas, right? Like
toys.
Like toys, also magic cards, stamps, of course. Sometimes you have a miscut on stamps. So yeah, there's a lot of different levels of errors, right? Like we talked about earlier, the printing errors. There could be a cover miscut, real badly, a completely cocked, no pun intended, cover.
We talked enough about those wangs, right?
Exactly. Yeah, there's a lot of different. I've got a couple of error copies. I have a ROM that actually has the interior twice, so it's like crazy thick.
I mean, there's recent ones. You got the was it the Wolverine Black, White, and Blood error one, where they printed one or two pages of Empire. So it's an all black and white issue, but the first two pages is green skulls in there, scrolls. You're like, what? So yeah, they're still doing error stuff right now. Coins too, that's right, Tim.
Oh yeah, coins. So yeah, there's people that search those out, and and I know that, like Jeff was talking about, some of the errors we recognize like double covers, triple covers, things like that as being more valuable because that tends to be rare. More so than I guess the printing error. I mean, that is a printing error, but like the ink errors, right? Like I don't think there's a big price difference between the green FF and then the regular FF.
I didn't price that one. I just priced a couple of them out, which I'll show you in a second. And every time there's an error, you're going to get more money for it.
You're always going to get a little bit more money.
You're going to get a little more. Some cases in the recall ones, you get a lot more. So let's, oops. Let's see over there. So that, oops. I didn't play the thing. I didn't play my favorite part of the show, Shelby.
What?
I need to feel you, Jerry. Show me the money. Jerry, you better yell. Show me the money. Show me the money.
There you go. Yay.
Always got to get that part in there. I just picked 3 kind of remotely recent ones that we all kind of know about. One, obviously, you got the Superman holding a beer. They said, oh, no, he can't have a beer. And they changed it to pop. These are just raw numbers that are recently sold. You can get the pop version one for $4.99 right now. You can probably get it for less than that. And the last few sold for the beer version is $149. So if you're looking for that comic and you happen to see it, just take a look on the cover. Is he holding a beer or is he holding a pop? You know, that's a huge difference in that one. Obviously, the Immortal Hulk is the one that got a lot of attention. That one, there's a lot of them out there. Like, a lot. Like, pretty much the whole print run went out. So the clean version is around $5-6. The recall version is anywhere from $15 to $20. So you're still getting 3 times almost premium for something like that that's been out, that's not limited. I mean, there's a lot of them out there. And then we talked about that blue Galactus versus normal Galactus, 9.6. They're still getting pretty $40 difference on there, you know, which is still percentage-wise a pretty big percentage for something that's just a printing error, especially in the slab that you can't even tell.
Yeah, there's the recent one I was thinking about was the X-Men. Now that was on purpose because the person was, I believe, Islamic, and so they put in the secret little numbers which represented something with like an Islamic group that he was supporting.
Was that one? Was that blue, X-Men blue or gold?
I think it's X-Men blue number 1, blue. I believe.
Yeah. Yep, and that is it for that one right there. And like I said, if you guys want to see a big full list of all this stuff, you know, certainly let me know. And I can certainly put that together, and I'll probably put it on my Instagram then. I said I just want to go through a couple of those because they're fun little things that where you're out there hunting around in the wild and you see some kind of comic books there. Like I said, they pass through my desk a lot, and sometimes I don't even know, and I forget to look for them. But yeah, you can definitely find some pretty cool things in there. Same thing like for Mark Jewelers. You know, if you don't open up, if you got a newsstand, you don't open up, and you're in that right age bracket, and you don't see it. I mean, I've gotten quite a few of them I bought from people that they had no idea it was a Mark Jeweler because they didn't open it up. And I just bought it because I liked the book, and I'm flipping through it. I'm like, oh, it's a Mark Jeweler on top of it. You know, and you can get a premium for that as well.
Yep.
And those double covers. I know, Shelby, you love those double covers too.
I love the double covers. I have, probably about 10 or so in my collection. I do.
And everyone in the chat, put down what is your kind of error comic that you have right now that you think is pretty cool.
I do have a triple cover and a quadruple cover also in my collection.
The most I've ever seen is 6. I've seen a 6 one time.
The most I've seen is 6 too. Now supposedly there's a 10 in there. And what's interesting about those is if you send those in to get graded, they will give you the grade for the best cover. So
Shut up, really?
Yeah, so the front cover could be completely trash, but the second or third or fourth cover, if it's near mint, then you'll get a 9.0 and above for that book.
Wow, really?
Yeah, that's why on the
did they remove the older covers then or no?
No.
So
Nope.
you can have a cover that presents like crap, and it can
Yep.
still say like 9.4.
Yep. Yep.
Wow, I did not know that.
Yeah. Yeah. That's why they, on the blank covers nowadays, used to, the blank cover replaced the regular cover. Nowadays, the blank cover is on top of the regular cover. And that's because that first blank cover is signed or drawn on and could have a dent or something like that. But the second cover is protected and they will grade it based on the second cover. So that's
Okay.
why you have blanks on top of regular covers now.
Very cool. Thunder,
Yeah.
you don't have any. Oh, you're pretty special, Thunder. We think you're special, man.
Yeah. But yeah, you know, you come across these, like I said, they're interesting. You know, I'm not sure if a lot of them, you know, necessarily bring a ton more money. Though there are, you know, collectors out there, you know.
Yeah, just like anything, it really depends on what kind of arrow you're talking about. Like I said, the blue Galactus one, it does bring a little bit more, but you know, it can certainly see it going for the same price as well. So Lacrustis has a couple of the Dazzler ones, Secret Wars, yep. Yeah, that's Spider-Man, the blue lizard one's pretty common.
Yeah, I have the blue Galactus one, and I would love to get one of the green the green Agatha Harkness covers. I think that would just be kind of cool. So
Now the question, would you pay a little more for that then?
yeah, since I'm a Fantastic Four collector, I would
Okay.
definitely, you know, it all depends on what you're willing to pay, right?
But you would pay more if it's going, if the normal price is going for say $100 and you're looking for it and somebody says, well, I got it for $150 and
Yeah.
this is the other one, you'd be like, yeah, I'll probably do it.
I'll do it. Of
Yeah.
course. Yeah.
Yep. So they do go for more. And like I said, things like the Superman beer bottle one that goes for a huge one that's a little more iconic.
Yeah, you know, and that's a different that's a different thing versus recalled books and printing errors, right? Because printing errors, you know,
that's why I separated those out. That's why I said printing errors, I think, is one kind of thing.
Yeah.
But then on purpose kind of ones like that where the artist takes some liberty in doing stuff, those are the ones I think are more rare and things that should get more money.
Now, in both cases, you can send the book back for credit. So if you were to get a printing error book, they will accept it back for credit. So back in the old days, if you know, hey, why do I have all these green covers? I can't sell green covers. You could send them back in to the distributor or whatever for credit.
Sure.
You can still do that today. Damages, right? They're, you know, damages or printing errors. And then of course the recalled books, I've never heard of any place sending back recalled books. I mean, I'm not
Yeah, there's like the one that just came out. Jenny Zero. You remember that one?
Mm-mm.
Jenny Zero independent book. I think it was a picture of like a Jack Daniels bottle or something like that in there.
Okay.
And then that got recalled very quickly, you know, once that happened. So a lot of the retailers sent that one back. So there's only a small amount of them that have made it out there. But yeah, I remember trying to get that from my LCS when that came out. And like, no, we sent those back. So
yeah.
You're still out there.
Now I have heard of, and I can't remember what the book was, like the distributor would not send you something else unless you didn't send back the error copy. Like I remember one, I don't remember what the book was, but I remember being so erroneous that, you know, the distributor basically forced you to send them back.
Right.
And then they would send you the corrected ones.
There's been quite a few of them when I was going through kind of compiling this list that were a lot of the retail exclusive. A lot of retail exclusive covers have a lot of recalls and a lot of errors in them. And whether they could be something with an advertisement in there or the logo is the wrong logo on there. Like one of them I saw for Star Wars. Star Wars, the 2015, when Marvel first took Star Wars back over, Hot Topics did an exclusive cover, and they had a advertisement for, I think it was on the back cover, for a Hot Topics pop. I think it was an exclusive Hulk. And it was basically, I think of the story was it was basically a spoiler for the upcoming movie. So they released that, and then they recalled it pretty quickly once they found out, oh, wait, you've got a spoiler on the back there because that toy they shouldn't know that toy because it's going to ruin part of the movie. One of the Hulk, I forgot what the Hulk was doing in it. So there's a lot of them, retail exclusive ones seem to slip through a little bit more. Thunder says you got a War of the Bounty Hunters Alpha. What is the error you got in that one, Thunder? And Gorilla says got a double cover of the Starlog with Darth Vader on the cover. Okay. Yeah, I mean it's another one of those things like we talked about foreign comics. It's another adventure. You look into, you dig through a little more. You got to find it. It's a little more exciting. These kind of things, when you see something like that, I think it's another fun way to kind of dive a little bit deeper.
Yeah. And it's something kind of neat. I think just to have in your collection. Yeah.
I mean, we talked about it when we die and we have these leftover comics. Everyone's like, "What the hell do they collect? What are these crap here?" Because it's all error and all fun stuff that we like that may not necessarily have a ton of value to it, but it's fun.
It is, and it's something unique, and on the back instead of the front.
They accidentally printed the trade dress on the back instead of on the front. Oh, I think you showed that off one time. I think I saw that. It was either on the Thunderdome or on one of your videos I saw that you showed that off. That is pretty cool. That was definitely a very cool one. Yeah, we're already at 48 minutes, so we've been trying to keep these under like 40 minutes. And no matter how small stuff I put in there, we keep going over. But that's all we had for tonight. And then next week we're on Shelby's show. And Shelby, do you know what we're talking about yet over there?
Yeah, we're going to be doing part 2.
Oh, it's part 2. The history of comics.
History of comics. So last week we went from 1900. So, 19 double aught up to around 1934, which is when the first modern size type of comic was printed, which was Famous Funnies and such. So yeah, we'll be taking the next 10 or so years, probably up to about World War II, I would think. Maybe the 1950s, looking at some more books and stuff. So yeah.
Very cool. All right, so that's next week on Shelby's show. Then obviously you've got some whatnots coming up. We have the Thunderdome coming up. What do we got going on?
So now Thunder can correct us if we're wrong. I think he had moved to a bi-weekly schedule, or maybe it was just me.
Thunder, is that true? Are you bi, Thunder? Let us
know. But no, I will be on Whatnot Tuesday night at 10. I plan on being there Thursday night at 10. And yeah, try to make a little bit of money. So buy some more funny books. That's what it's all about.
Very cool.
And what about you? How did your Big Friday and stuff go? Because I fell asleep.
Yeah, Thunder, let us know if we're on for this Thursday. Let's see. Yeah, the Friday show went really well. Obviously, you had the first appearance of Gwen Stacy. We did the raffle for.
Yeah.
Gave away another 9.8 slab. Then Sunday. Sunday's almost entirely duck races I do on Sundays now. So I did a duck race for a slab, a duck race for a signed exclusive virgin, a whole bunch of mystery boxes that we did on there. Then, of course, this Wednesday, we got some more fun stuff going on. And then Friday, another awesome duck raffle that's going on. Tim, thank you guys so much. I'll get that list out to everyone. We are good for this week. Yep, Thunder says we're good for the Thunderdome. Todd, thank you, buddy. I will definitely see you on the Wednesday show as well. And with that, man, thank you guys so much. Shelby, get us out of here.
All right. Thank you all. Remember, peace, love, and comics. Bye.